Okay, so for this one, again, I'm going to put it into the matrix. So I'm going to do 1, 3, -6, and +7. Then 2, -1, +1, and 1. And then 1, 2, 2, -1. So as you can see, I've already got 1 in the first spot. So the next thing I need to take care of is the 2. I need to make this a 0. So in order to do that, I'm going to take row 1. I'm going to multiply it by -2 and add it to row 2. So it'll become -2, let me do it in red, -2, -6, +12, -14. I'm adding that to row 2. 0, -7, 13, and -13. So my row 1 is the same. I have a new row 2 with the 0 I was looking for. And now I need to fix green. So I'm going to, again, use row 1. I'm going to multiply row 1 by -1 and then add it to row 3. So my new row 1, when I multiply it by -1, is -1, -3, +6, -7. I'm adding that to row 3. And my new row 3 is 0, -1, 8, -8. My first column is done. I now switch to the second column. I'm working on the -7. I need to make that become a 1. So I'm going to divide row 2 by -7. Actually, when I do that, it's going to give me nasty fractions. I'm going to get 13/7. So if you look at it, look at row 3. It's got a 1 there. I'm going to flip my rows. So instead of dividing by -7, it's better to switch rows 2 and 3. So I'm going to rewrite 1. I'm going to move the green one up, the blue one down, now you could have completed the problem with the 13/7, but it's going to be a lot easier because my goal was to make this thing become a 1. So now to make it a 1, all I have to do is divide by -1. So for that one, I'm going to divide row 2 by -1. So the red stays. So 1, 3, -6, 7. The green becomes 0, 1, -8, +8. And then let me rewrite the blue. Now I need to work on the 3 and the -7. So I need to transform this 3 and I need to make it a 0. So I'm going to take row 2. I'm going to multiply it by -3. So row 2, multiply by -3, add it to row 1. That's red. So row 2, when I multiply it by -3, I am going to get 0, -3, 24, and -24. I'm adding that to row 1, and I get 1, 0, 18, -17. So that's my new row 1. I had already fixed row 2. 1, -8, +8. I now need to fix the 7, the -7. So I'm going to multiply my row 2 by 7 and add it to row 3. So here I'm going to get row 2. I'm going to get 0, 7, negative 56, positive 56, and I'm going to add that to row 3. 0, negative 7, 13, negative 13. 0, 0, negative 43, positive 43 is my new row 3. I now need to move to column 3. I need to change this 43 to a 1. So row 3 gets divided by negative 43. So red is the same. Green is the same. Blue now becomes 0, 0, negative 1, positive 1. No, positive 1, negative 1. Okay. Now, I need to work on the negative 8 and the positive 8. So for that one, I'm now going to multiply my row 3.
Wait, isn't that 18?
Yeah, on the top, sorry. All right, so I'm going to multiply row 3 by 8. I'm going to take care of the green first. So I'm going to multiply it by 8 and add it to row 2. So the blue becomes 0, 0, 8, negative 8, and I'm going to add it to green. And now I get 0, 1, 0, 0. So my bottom row was good. It's 0, 0, 1, negative 1. The one above it, 0, 1, 0, 0. And now red, I'm going to take care of that last one. Row 3 is going to get multiplied by negative 18, and I add it to row 1. So row 3 is now going to become 0, 0, negative 18, positive 18, and then I'm going to add it to row 1, and my row 1 was 1, 0, 18, and negative 17. So it becomes 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. So my final answer here, because here is my identity, so my answer is 1, comma 0, comma negative 1 is my final XYZ. So that is the last example. On the next slide, and you can catch the last of that. And that is your introduction to matrices. You actually have a summary of the possible cases, and then you do have homework on this. It is numbers 15 through 31. So I can go back